يا أمة الإسلام بشرى لن يطول بك الهوان قد لاح فجرك باسما فلترقبي ذاك الزمان. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May Allah bless your Ramadan. May Allah accept your du'as and your deeds. Why are you watching this video? You're watching this because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants good for you. He wants you to watch this. He wants you to change. The time to change is now. And remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He doesn't keep grudges. He's not like, where were you? For 20 years you haven't contacted me and now you need something, you're coming to me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's not like that. Even if you haven't prayed your entire life and you are 60 years old or 70 or 80 years old, you haven't done a single salah, and today you decide to change and you decide to start making salah, Allah will be happy to have you back. He will always be happy to have you back. So don't think I'm doing this sin or I'm doing that thing or I'm not a perfect person or I'm not a religious person. Just try your best and keep praying to Allah. Say, oh Allah, make things easy for me. I want to come back to you and see how your life changes. If you're enjoying this video, please leave a comment, please like it, please share, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Today's dream is a dream that I saw when I was in prison. There was a family that I'd known, and for many years the couple had got married, and for many years they'd been trying to have a baby. They were trying to have children and they were unable to do so. They were financially well off, and they had tried all types of treatment and all types of therapies and everything, but nothing was working, and the doctors had just said, we don't know what is wrong. I mean, we don't know why this is happening. One day I saw a dream and I saw that that couple had a child, that they had a boy. And so I know this because that particular the sister, she used to write to me in prison and she used to ask me to make a dua for her. So, and please don't send me any dua requests or anything. I'm not a special pious or holy person or anything. In prison, maybe my duas were answered more, and I'm not in prison now, so please, no need for that. She used to write to me and say, please make dua that we have children, and I used to make dua for her every day. One night I saw a dream that she had a baby boy, and I even saw what that baby boy looked like. I saw that baby boy looked like the mother's father. So in other words, that baby boy looked like its grandfather. So I told this to her, and I continued to make dua for her, and I think a year or sometime later, she had a baby boy. 3 lessons from this dream. The first one is about infertility. Infertility is a taboo subject in our culture, in our community. We have turned it into something taboo. There are a lot of people that go through a lot of pain as a result of infertility and inability to have children. Don't ever judge anyone that does not have children or they are married. It is something so painful for that person. I remember once I met this lady, and she was telling me she was successful in her career, and she'd been trying to have a baby for a number of years. She'd had multiple miscarriages, and she had lost more than one child while after falling, like I think 1 or 2 stillbirths or something like that. But she was very successful in her career, and people said to her, people would say to her, and older women would say to her that you've done really well in your career, and you've done really well in life, but the sweetness that you get from having your own child, there's nothing that matches that. And she said to me, I felt like screaming out to those people, do you think I don't know that? Do you think I would not hesitate for a second to give up everything that I have just to be able to have a child? Do you know the pain that I'm in? Do you know what it's like to bury your own child, or to go through a miscarriage, or to go through the roller coaster of emotion, to think that you're going to have a child and you're not going to have a child and there's no heartbeat? Do you know what it's like? Infertility, a lot of people struggle.
And it is one of the greatest trials. If you know someone who is married for a number of years and they're unable to have children, they don't have children, know that that person is going through a great trial, and make dua for that person. And if you are that person, then the second lesson, it can help you. The second lesson, Hajj. Hajj is the place where du'as that you have been making for years and years and years and years, they get answered on Hajj. About 20 years ago or so, I went on Hajj, and I was in part of a group, and there were 3 couples there. One had been married for 7 years without children, one 8 years without children, and one, I think, 11 years without children. They came on Hajj, they made dua, and after they came home from Hajj, within 3 months, all 3 of those women, they conceived naturally, and they gave birth, and they now have children. Even now, even recently, just like at the start of Ramadan, I heard about someone who, the couple had been married for like 8 years, and they'd been trying to have children. Last year they went on Hajj, 2024 they went on Hajj, and now the woman is about to give birth. May Allah protect that baby and bless it and have mercy upon them. Please make dua for them. Hajj, it opens doors like magic. When you save up your money and you spend lots of money and you go to Allah's house in a hot country and you deal with various people and all of their issues and their manners, and you deal with all types of hygiene of different types of people, and you stand there in the heat and you raise your hands to Allah on the plain of Arafah and say, "Oh Allah, please give me a child. Please don't let me leave empty-handed from here." Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He feels shy. There's a hadith that says He feels shy when the servant raises his hands towards Him and says, "Fill these hands." Allah feels shy to return these hands empty-handed. It may cost you, but if you are unable to have children and it's been many years, go on Hajj. Go on Hajj. Save up and go on Hajj and see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, watch Him work His wonders. The third lesson I wanted to say, in that story that I mentioned about that sister in the beginning, in the end, it wasn't treatment that she had that made her have her children. It was something quite simple and quite basic. It was removing inflammation from her body. It was changing her lifestyle into a holistic lifestyle, taking care of her sleep and exercise and sunlight and food and diet, and naturally within a few months she had a child. We carry a lot of inflammation and trauma and stress in our bodies, from the food that we eat, from the type, the quality and quantity of our sleep, from the stress that we go through, from the air that we breathe, from the environment that we live in. And these all affect the ability of a man and a woman. I'm not just talking about the woman, even for a man. And that affects their ability to have children. Eating healthily, trying to eat organic where possible, especially dairy. Seed oils are very, very harmful, and you can go and read up about that. Vegetable oil, sunflower oil, rapeseed oil. All of these seed oils, if you go on YouTube and look at how these are made, they are very, very damaging to your body. Instead, eat butter or coconut oil or avocado oil, for example. Natural fats. Sugar, the amount of sugar that people consume, it affects your body. It's affecting your ability to have children. There's this doctor in the UK by the name of Dr. Rangan Chatterjee, and I'll put a link to his website in the description, and he's written a number of books as well. And no, I'm not getting a commission for giving a shout out to him. And he talks about small, simple changes that you can make. Like, for example, when you wake up, try to get 10 minutes of natural daylight. Try to get as much daylight as you can. the type of foods to eat, or the exercise, even if you do 5 minutes a day of a certain type of exercise, how to drink more water, how to sleep earlier. All of these things you can find in where he mentions. And in that sister's case, she took some of this advice and she implemented it into her life from Dr. Chatterjee's book, and as a result of that, she was able to have children. And the boy that was born, it looked exactly like my dream. It looked like, its grandfather. It looked exactly like that. So that was today's dream and today's lessons. If you benefited from it, please share it to someone who may be struggling with infertility. Don't lose hope. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, may He bless you with children, and may He make things easy for you, and may He take you through the pain that take you out of the pain that you're going through. And if you are past that age where you really wanted to have children of your own and you're unable to do so, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you something in paradise, including children, that will more than make this pain and these painful memories disappear, and such that you will be happier than you could ever have imagined. Till the next video, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
يا أمة الإسلام بشرى لن يطول بك الهوان قد لاح فجرك باسما فلترقبي ذاك الزمان. يا أمة الإسلام بشرى لن يطول بك الهوان قد لاح فجرك باسما فلترقبي ذاك